Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is She Plays, She Creates, and today we're coming back to you with another review. Are you ready? Let's go. So today we are reviewing the Lyra Graduate Aquarell colored pencil set. These are high quality watercolor pencils that are suitable for both students and artists alike. I'm going to be swatching out the colors here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what this pen, or what these pencils, have to offer. So the first color that I swatched out was called Light Flesh. Then next was Cream, even though it looks yellow, it's called Cream. The next one is Light Orange, and then here is Moss. Next here is Light Green, and then I'll be swatching Light Blue, Black, Scarlet Lake, Pale Geranium Lake, Brown Ochre, Van Dyck Brown, and Paris Blue. So those are all going to come up in a moment. And basically what we're going to do is just lay them down on the paper. I'm using mixed media paper because we're going to test out the watercolor effects by adding water in a moment. So here again, we are up to now the Pale Geranium Lake, and then we have the Brown Ochre, we have Van Dyck Brown, and then the final color again is Paris Blue. The next thing we're going to do is add some water to each of these swatches to test out the watercolor effects. So each set comes with a paintbrush, which is really handy for trying this out. So I have the set of 12 here, but you can also get a set of 24 or 36 pencils, up to you. So here we are testing it out, and as we can see, the vibrancy of the color really picks up when we add water to the brush. Each of these pens are 3.3 millimeter core encased in cedar wood, and the pencils come pre-sharpened. What I really love so far is that when I am adding the water, I can really get a sense of how I can create different gradations of color from darker to lighter depending on what I'm actually using in terms of how much water I'm putting down or how much of the pencil I'm actually putting down. So I'm just going to continue to swatch here and watch how these colors come to life. Another thing we're going to end up doing in a moment is seeing how the colors mix together. So we have a basic set of 12, but for example, we don't have the color purple in this set. So what can we do to create purple if we wanted to use purple, which we do when we demo these pencils? Let's mix these colors together and see what kind of effects we can get. First, I'm going to mix the lighter of the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, to see if we can get that neutralizing gray effects. So I'm going to lay them on top of each other and then add some water. And as we can see here, as we mix it together, we get this beautiful neutral gray or brownish tone that can really give some life to our work. We're going to try the same things with the slightly darker shades of those primaries of the red, blue, and yellow to see what that looks like when we add water. Kind of looks like there's a little bit too much of that red color in there, so I'm just going to add in a little bit of the blue to see if that can neutralize it some, and it does. So far I think I am preferring the first one over the second one, and just comparing it over to the brown swatch, it looks like it's the closest. The next thing we're going to do is mix some of the red as well as some of the blue, the lighter shade, to see if we can get a purple. And we are going to do the same thing with the darker red and the darker blue. So just for reference, the lighter red is called Scarlet Lake, and I mixed it with light blue. And then I also mixed the darker red I'm referring to is actually Pale Geranium Lake, and I mixed that with Paris Blue. And when I put the water to that and I mix it together, it really gives a beautiful, beautiful purple color, which I will use when I create my artwork. This is great. let's see what else we can do. So now I'm going to see if we can create an orange color. So I'm going to take what looks like the cream, or I'm going to take what looks like the yellow, which is called cream, and I'm going to mix that with Scarlet Lake, which is the lighter shade. And then I'm also going to take some of that cream yellow color and mix in some light blue to see what we can get, some secondary colors. So this first one is trying to create orange, and it does look like we have a shade of orange there when we mix those two colors together, which is the cream and the Scarlet Lake. Mixing the cream and the light green, it does give us some beginning of green, but adding a little bit more of that light blue, we can really see the green start to emerge, and when we draw it out, it does look like it could be a shade of green. So there we go, we mixed some colors. Now some great stuff is up. So here you can see me building a Lego set. This is the Lego Birds of Paradise set, and I love building Lego, and I decided to use this Lego set once I was done building it as my subject for this art demonstration. So I sketched out an image of the Lego set just by observation, and now I'm using the various pencils that we just swatched out and tested to see how they lay out. I absolutely love how the addition of water enhances the look of my work. Look how the colors just come to life, and I definitely plan on using these in the future. Comment down below if you've ever tried these watercolor pencils before, and if you haven't tried them, which watercolor pencils are you guys using? Thanks so much, guys, for taking the time to watch this video. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you don't know already, I post videos weekly. Stay tuned. Bye.